Hello, YouTube. Yes, sir. You tuned in to yet another episode. This right here is Payday Boxing. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm about to take y'all to church here in a minute. We about to talk that shit. Oh, man. And do we have some shit to talk today? So we're going to go ahead and call a spade on this one. And we're going to get into Hearn and that bullshit he over there pulling over there at Matchroom Boxing. You know what I'm saying? Or Duck Room Boxing, as some of us like to call it over here in the United States of America. Or what I'm about to call it from this point forward, Fraud Room Boxing. You feel me? So, without further ado, we just gonna jump right into it. You feel me? So, I've been on this YouTube game here, and I've been listening to a lot of these videos and reading the comment section, and all you see is, how come you won't talk about the record break? How come you won't talk about the fact that AJ broke the record for the ticket sales? He broke the record for ticket sales at Madison Square Garden. He's the biggest show. He's the biggest show on earth. He broke the record for the ticket sales at Madison Square Garden. And I'm sitting here like, whoa, I didn't even do a video. When they first announced that shit and when they first started talking about the shit, because I'm sitting here like, this sound fake as hell. If ever I heard some fake news, like Trump like to say, that's fake news. If ever I done heard some fake news, I'm like, this sound like some fake ass news. You mean to tell me this motherfucker from the UK came to the United States and sold 12 or 13,000 tickets in 2 hours? Does he not know who the fuck he's dealing with right now? Do you really not know who the hell you're dealing with right now? For real. Look here, Jack. This is America. This is America. Don't get you slipping up. Hey, no, that's that Childish Gambino. But no, this is America. You feel me? This is America. Listen here. Boxing is not the top sport in America. It's not. And in my normal line of business, I just so happen to work with wealthy clientele. And I can tell you this, it's not enough wealthy motherfuckers in the UK that was sitting by their computers waiting for tickets to go on sale. It just didn't happen. I'm sorry. It just don't happen that way. This is Madison Square Garden. Let me lay this out for you motherfuckers in the UK who don't know shit about the United States, because you don't know shit about the United States. This is our country, okay? Let's lay that out there. So I'm gonna put this out for you guys. This is Madison Square Garden. This is literally the most famous arena in the United States in America. If you can make it to Madison Square Garden, like the song say, if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. This is Madison Square Garden. It doesn't get any bigger than Madison Square Garden. For you to be big and to sell out Madison Square Garden, the likes of Michael Jackson sell out Madison Square Garden. The likes of Prince sell out of Madison Square Garden. You can't just be good. You just can't be at the top of your field. You have to be legendary. Legendary to sell out Madison Square Garden. This is Madison Square Garden in New York City, Manhattan, whatever. AJ is not that dude in the United States, man. Look, listen. We've been trying to tell y'all, AJ is not that dude in the United States. I don't care how much support this man has over there in the UK. It's not a bunch of people in the UK who sat here, waited for them tickets to go on sale, and even these were pre-sale tickets, so they're not even available to the general public. So that's number one. So they weren't sitting here waiting for these tickets to go on sales and even had the access to buy the tickets before they went on sale. bought all their plane tickets and bought 12, 13,000 tickets to Madison Square Garden to come and watch AJ. And how do we know that? Oh, your asses have been exposed. Your asses have been exposed. Now, if you go to a little website called worldboxingnews.net, they done went ahead and exposed y'all little bullshit. Yep, that's worldboxingnews.net. They done exposed your shit. So they done already called you out, said that it's links to StubHub. It's links now on Viagogo. I'm sorry, not StubHub, but Viagogo for all of these said 12,000, 13,000 tickets that were bought in 2 hours. So what does that tell you? That it wasn't a bunch of fans who bought all those tickets. It was Eddie Hearn and them up to the same old shit. And guess what? We're going to go ahead and call it for what it is. Eddie Hearn, Fraud Room Boxing. Guess what? Y'all some frauds. Yep. I said it. Y'all some frauds. FRAUD. Fraud. You're a fraud. Your whole company is a fraud. Your fighter is a fraud. Your promoter is a fraud. All of y'all, some frauds over there at Matchroom, Fraud Room, Boxing. And we're going to break it down for you. You feel me? So, you got the head of Fraud Room Boxing, Eddie the Fraud Hearn. And what did he do? He made a whole bunch of fraudulent offers to all these boxers. Adrian Broner was over here laughing at this dude. Adrian Broner was laughing at the dude. He exposed him. He put the contract, put the whole offer out. Was like, what the fuck is this? You offering me a slave deal? Get the fuck up out of here. Same with the Charlos. You offering us a slave deal? Get the fuck up out of here. Fraud. You feel me? Your fighter, Mr. Give me 50 million. I'll sign the contract tomorrow. Fraud. Oh, we sold out Wembley in just a couple of hours. And then all of a sudden, when they stop the bullshit, when they say now you can only mark up the prices so much, Wembley doesn't sell out again in hours. Fraud. Now you come to the United States. Now you come to the United States. And I'm going to let you know why you did the shit. The real truth is, Eddie Hearn was under pressure. He was under pressure from DAZN. DAZN put that pressure on him. And you know when they put that pressure on him was after the Canelo fight. Because Oscar De La Hoya said, watch this. I'm going to put Canelo in Madison Square Garden against a bum. And we're going to clean house on that ass. And guess what happened? He put Canelo in Madison Square Garden against a bum named Rocky Fielding, and he cleaned house on that ass. DAZN ain't had as many downloads. DAZN has never had so many views for boxing as they did that night with Canelo. Never. It just hasn't happened. And DAZN ain't going to publish their numbers, but we know that to be the truth. We know that to be the truth because ain't nobody else checking for none of that bullshit ass fights on DAZN. That's just what it is. Here in the United States, y'all can't speak for us. You think you can speak for us, but you can't speak for us. I know y'all love Eddie Hearn, but as an American, I gotta call this fraud out for what it is. So what happened after that? Behind the scenes, we already know DAZN was like, hey Eddie, we just gave you all this money. De La Hoya just put Canelo in the ring and got all these views and got all these downloads at Madison Square Garden. We need you to step your game up. And then what happened? Eddie Hearn couldn't get a fight over at Wembley, you know, because Deontay Wilder got tired of the bullshit because Eddie Hearn is a fraud. So Deontay Wilder was like, fuck that. I'm finna work with Tyson Fury. We're finna negotiate this rematch. Tyson Fury said, I'm not fucking with Eddie Hearn because Eddie Hearn is a fraud. So I'm finna negotiate this rematch with Deontay Wilder. His own fighter, Dillian White, said Eddie Hearn is a fraud. So guess what? Fuck Fraud Room Boxing. I'm finna go to the United States and do my thing and make my own name for myself because Eddie Hearn is a fraud. In short words. You know, and on some real shit, I'm gonna tell y'all a true story about DAZN. I'm gonna tell you a true story about DAZN. You know, The only people who download the zone are MMA fans. MMA fans. So I'm talking about the people in America. The only people who download and watch the zone in America are MMA fans. And I'm gonna tell you a true story. Just this past weekend, actually, just this past weekend, I'm over here with my wife. We go over to her mother's house, the mother-in-law's house. We having a dinner party, for her side of the family. It's all my wife and her cousins and all that stuff. They having a good old time. And so us fellas, we gather around the couch because it's All-Star weekend. So we watching the All-Star game. The All-Star game shut off. And then what happens? Everybody got smart TVs nowadays. So one of my cousins, he go ahead, put his login in, and he popped on the zone. But he didn't pop in the zone to watch no boxing. No. He popped in the zone to watch some MMA. Some dude named MVP Michael Page was fighting some dude named Daly. And so of course I'm a boxing fan. I'm a fight fan. I'm really a boxing fan. But shit, it's a fight on TV, so fuck it. I'm gonna sit here and watch it. I don't really get into MMA like that. I don't diss MMA, but I don't get into MMA like that. Coincidentally, I actually have a martial arts background. A lot of family steered me towards MMA, but I was like, fuck that cage fighting bullshit. Never mind. I ain't finna even go into that. But in any case, they were watching MMA on the zone, some sort of a Bellator card. And I'm like, look at this shit. I don't know not one boxing fan. I don't know not a one boxing fan in these United States of America who I done ever went to their house and seen them click on the zone to watch a boxing match. But here I am in my mother-in-law's house and my cousin logged into his account so he can watch some goddamn MMA on the zone. Get the fuck out of here, man. So in any case, further evidence that Eddie Hearn is a fraud. And the pressure was applied to Eddie Hearn by the zone and said, you need to do something and you need to do something right now. You need to do something. If AJ is as big as you say he is, if he's the guy that you say he is, you need to do something right now. So Eddie Hearn, he got to thinking and he got to plotting and scheming behind the scenes. And he was like, you know what? You remember that ticket shit we were doing over there in the UK? Why don't we do it in America? Why don't we just do that in America at the biggest arena in America and see what we can generate off that? Then what they did, and this again is of course according to worldboxingnews.net. Y'all go read the article on worldboxingnews.net. Read that article where they got tickets that they done hyped up from $2,500 US up to $15,000. So here you have these guys literally multiplying the ticket price by 6. So meaning, in other words, all they have to do is sell 1/6. As long as they sell 1/6 of those scalp tickets or those fraudulently ass purchased tickets, then they get their money back, at those markup prices. Fraud. And so, hey, maybe they sell a third of them, and that's a profit. Maybe you sell half of them. That's a profit. But in any case, what these guys are doing is a fraud. It's a fraud. AJ did not sell 13,000 tickets, not to consumers. He didn't sell those tickets to consumers. It didn't happen. I'm sorry. And again, you can go to worldboxingnews.net and read the damn article. It's right there. So in any case, that's what we came here to do today. We came here to go ahead and lay it out for the people. Let y'all know Eddie Hearn is absolutely a fraud. This man is a fraud, a fake, a phony. His fighter, Anthony Joshua, Mr. Give Me $50 million, is a phony. Your network, the zone, ain't shit, and only MMA fans are watching the shit. Y'all got this boxing game all fucked up here in the United States, man. That's all I'm trying to tell you. And see, the problem with y'all motherfuckers, y'all too busy wanting to argue with us like y'all are in America or some old other shit. if you in the UK and you trying to argue with me as an American about what the fuck I see going on in my country, I'm sorry, you a dumbass. You a dumbass. You are a dumbass. You have no fucking clue what's going on over here. You don't know what the temperature is in the United States. Boxing is not that big in the United States, man. I'm telling you. It's these hardcores. I'm a hardcore boxing fan. That's why I watch boxing. It's only hardcore fans that's watching boxing in the United States. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you this. These people don't know who Anthony Joshua is. This man is not bigger than the Beatles. He's not bigger than Michael Jackson. He's not bigger than Prince. He's not bigger than Jay-Z. He's not bigger than Beyonce. He's not bigger than the biggest entertainers in the world. He's not bigger than the New York Knicks. I'm sorry, he's not bigger than the New York Rangers. And his dumbass Eddie Hearn scheduled to fight the same fucking day that the New York Yankees play their biggest fucking rival, the Boston Red Sox. You dumb fuck you. I'm sorry. So like I said, Eddie Hearn is a fraud. Matchroom is a fraud. AJ is a fraud. That whole fraud room operation is a fraud. I don't fuck with them. We don't fuck with them here in the United States. Y'all need to start coming correct. This is Payday Boxing. Let me know what the fuck you think about this fraudulent ass activity. And if you don't think it's a fraud, I need to know why the fuck you don't think it's a fraud. Because there's some fraudulent ass shit going on. I don't know how many more times I can say it, but the shit is fraudulent as hell. So anyway, let the church go ahead and say amen. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. Until the next video.